What would be the piece of advice that you had to give yourself constantly, maybe not even constantly, but just the advice you had to give yourself as you were getting further along with your dance?
To stop comparing myself to other people. A lot of times I would look at, the people next to me, the person in front of me, like, oh, she's younger than me, but she is better than I am.
I'm in love with the grind. I'm in love with the culture. Do this for the fam. Do this for Kenosha. You know I got you, Kenosha. If you got the vision, then come a little closer. Let's get it together. Life aligned with the soldiers. I'm in love with the grind. I'm in love with the culture. Do this for the fam. Do this for Kenosha. Yeah. If you got the vision, then come a little closer. Let's go. Yeah, let's get it together. Life aligned with the soldiers. I gotta talk to him. Yeah, let's put it together. We sticking together. Ain't nobody better. I'm running these hands.
Just like that, we're back in another very special episode of Line for Line podcast. We have a very special guest in the building. Before we let her introduce herself to the world, we'll tell you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave an interactive comment for me and my guests. And just like that, we'll let her introduce herself to the world.
Hi, I'm Jordan Richards. I'm excited to be here on Line for Line podcast today.
Yes, ma'am. So the most cliche thing that we like to do on the podcast, just tell the people just a little bit about you, ma'am.
Yeah, so I attend College of Lake County right now. I'm studying medical imaging.
And she's a Bears fan too.
Straight A's this semester. We'll see how next semester goes though. And I'm also working full time. So I work as a dance instructor. I'm going to be coaching a dance team this coming summer. And then I work as an ABA technician. So I work with children with autism. So very busy.
Oh my God.
Very busy.
That's an ocean deep story. How is it that you find time to sleep with everything that you have going on in your life?
Definitely time management. That's the biggest thing. So when do I do homework? When do I spend time with friends? Because that's important too. When do I have time to work? So just kind of scheduling time management. I'm very big on scheduling. So that definitely helps me out a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, can you just take it back to the start? When did you get into everything, like dance, everything else that you're into? Yeah,
so I actually started dancing at the age of 3. And my next door neighbor, who I was friends with, her mom came up to my mom and she's like, oh, I signed her up for dance. Why don't you sign Jordan up? And at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this. But after sticking with it for so long, you become a family with the people you dance with. And it's a form of art and it makes you feel good and you can just express yourself when you dance. So ever since then, I've been dancing on a dance team with a dance studio competitively. It's been great.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow. Can you just tell us a little bit about the most fun time you had when it came to dance?
Yeah, I definitely think when I started my first year on a competition team, I got to meet so many people and I got to compete in the Chicago area and all over. So it was definitely exciting to get to travel to Chicago too and, meet all these new people. And I got to dance with my sister, which was fun as well. We're very close.
Your sister dances too?
Yeah. So she's 3 years younger than me, but we've gotten to dance together a lot. So we definitely bond over dance a ton. Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about what that was like, being able to be on a competitive dance team with your teacher, knowing that it may be possible that you guys have to go against each other as well, too, with the being.
Yeah, I believe we actually have went against each other before, too. Okay. And we're both pretty competitive, so it's kind of fun, but we always support each other. We'll be backstage. I'll help her with her dance. She'll help me with my dance. We help each other with like quick changes if we ever had that. So it was really fun dancing with my sister, and we made a lot of memories through dancing together. So that was great.
Now tell us a little bit about what you expect from your sister and what she expects from you, because obviously you want to make sure you're going out there nailing every move as well.
Yeah.
Too.
I remember a couple of years ago, I was sitting in the audience watching her do her solo, and I had the solo memorized from helping her out with it every day. And I was sitting there so nervous. I'm like, oh, my hands are shaking, my feet are shaking. I think I'm more nervous than she is right now. We want each other. We push each other so much. We want each other to both do so well, not just in dance, but in life. We're very supportive with each other in that way. So
Of course. Now, can you just tell us a little bit about what made you decide to want to give back? Because now you say that you're a dance instructor as well, too.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit of how that got jump-started.
Yeah, so at first, when I was picking a major for school, I was like, oh, I want to dance, but I don't know. I'm not sure if this is right for me. So I was trying different things out, seeing what really worked for me. And I was like, I'm not sure if I want to go to school for dance. So I decided to just, look for dance jobs in my community. And I found a job at the YMCA teaching dance.
YMCA?
Yes, yeah.
I go there. No way.
Oh, really?
I'll have to say hello next time.
Yeah, I'll have to look for you.
Yeah.
But I found a job there working with kids. It's ages 2 to 18. So it was really nice because I'm there Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. So
wow.
a lot of time there teaching dance. And dance is still a big part of my life. And I mean, it's very different being the student and being the teacher. It's two different sides. And I mean, being the teacher, you have a lot of responsibilities and you have to look at all the needs of all the students you have. So it's definitely very different. And now I have the opportunity to coach the dance team, which will be awesome. I'm super excited for that. So we'll see how that goes too.
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell us a little bit about the education that you picked upon when you were learning how to dance and going through it as well, that you try your best to implement into the youth now that you teach?
Yeah. I guess understanding that everybody learns differently and everybody needs more time and they need people to see them and understand them and just kind of help them, not with dance, but also in life. I mean, when you go to dance, you're going there for fun and you're going to meet more people and you're going to learn, but you're also going to help yourself and make yourself happy and just kind of like take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. So it's a big thing on my part too, to make sure everybody feels comfortable and everyone's having fun and everyone's learning, but that, everybody is in a good, safe space for them as well.
Of course. Have you ran across a little kid that you like, they kind of remind me of me when I was starting, anything like that?
Yeah. When I first started, I was pretty shy. I was pretty quiet. And, some of my students are shy and quiet. So I try to make sure, they're still having a good time and they're having fun. Then as I got older, it was like, oh, I'm talking to my friend, I'm chit-chatting, oh, remember to pay attention. And I also see that in some of the older ones. And I'm like, okay, we have to make sure we're listening. Yes, let's have fun, but we have to keep listening. So I see both sides of like little me and me in middle school and high school. I was like, now I understand why my teachers maybe were like, okay, we have to be quiet. You guys settle down. I'm like, I probably was a handful. I was a handful, I'm sure.
That is so cool. Now, what's the end goal when it comes to dance? Because obviously we know that you're in college as well, too.
Yeah.
What would you say that is like?
Hopefully, since I'm at College of Lake County and they have dance courses, I want to take some dance courses, see where that goes, see if I want to do that. I mean, I definitely want to keep the job I have now teaching dance and hopefully see where coaching this dance team will take me. Mm-hmm. I try not to plan too much, even though I do like to plan. I try to keep, open eyes and just see what happens because no matter how much you plan, you never know what's going to happen. So I didn't plan for these jobs to happen and now it's turning out great.
That is so cool. So cool.
Go with the flow. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit how the model content got started as well, too? Because I did see you and a couple other girls and guys. Yeah. You were rocking some type of athletic wear as well, too. I was like, oh, she went from dancing to being like the cover of CoverGirl. How did that go?
Yeah, so I think it was really during like COVID and quarantine that like I really started to get into fitness. My parents were always big into working out and fitness. So I started that a couple years ago, but nothing too serious. And then like during quarantine, I went on walks and runs every day. I did a lot of at-home workouts because I had so much time. Mm-hmm. And then I got approached by this one guy who also goes to the YMCA where I worked out. And he was like, oh, I had this clothing, gym fitness line. He's like, I think you'd be really good for it. You want to come help me out. He was just starting out too. And he does it through Racine in Florida. So, and now it's becoming bigger and bigger, but it's really great. Yeah. We're a big family and there's a great message that goes with the brand. So it's really nice.
What do you think that piece of advice that you would give to the young lady who comes to you and says she wants to be a dancer?
I would definitely say it's a lot of work, but keep working, keep your goal in mind, keep dreaming. If you believe you can do it, then you can do it. Don't let other people get in your head. Don't let other people stop you. They're just background noise.
Oh, wow. I like that. What would be the piece of advice that you had to give yourself constantly? Maybe not even constantly, but just the advice you had to give yourself as you were getting further along with your dance?
To stop comparing myself to other people. A lot of times I would look at, the people next to me, the person in front of me, like, oh, she's younger than me, but she is better than I am, all this stuff. And it's like, you have to stop comparing yourself because they're living a different life than you are. We're not the same person. We're different people, different mindsets. So to stop comparing yourself to other people, that was always the biggest thing for me. Mm-hmm. And once I finally learned to stop doing that, I became a much better dancer, and I also became a lot happier with myself.
Wow. How was it that you did find time to not focus so much on that?
Just a lot of self-growth. So I took a lot of time for myself to reflect on myself and to do a lot of the stuff I love. So like to go to the gym, to keep dancing on my own with my own time to the music I love. And it kind of just helped me to realize, this is self-love. This is how I take care of myself. And like, I need to give myself more self-love so that I'm able to grow, so that I'm able to do a good job in school, so that I'm able to love all my friends as well. Because if you love yourself, you can also love the people around you.
Of course, of course. As we get ready to close out this phenomenal episode, the people who know you in the dance world, what will be that lasting impression that they would say if asked, oh, what do you think of Jordan? How was Jordan? What type of dancer was she?
I definitely think they would say a strong, very passionate dancer. I was always very passionate about dance, and I still am to this day. And even though I don't dance competitively anymore, I think everyone who knows me and who knows me from the dance world would definitely say very passionate, very strong when it comes to dance.
Nice, nice. As we get ready to close out, is there anyone that you would like to shout out to? Maybe they helped you along the way. Maybe they kept you into it, whatever the case may be.
Definitely my sister. She helped me and she kept me going, not just with dance, but with everything, with the gym. She works out herself, so she pushed me in that way. So shout out to Nicole, my sister, thanking her for all she's done for me and how she's pushed me to become a better dancer.
Yes, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just wrapped up an amazing episode of Line for Line podcast. Thank you very much for having some time.
I can see it all. Billboards in the plex, pool with the mansion, account full of racks, podcast preaching, reaching for the stars, coops all foreign every week, a home massage.